The 5-star rated CCFL Halo headlights here will be a great choice for the 05 to 09 owners looking to freshen things up with their stock lights, but also maybe add some modern and bright halo accents at the same time. Now these lights will combine that black housing topped off with a crystal clear lens, and of course your CCFL Halo accents all for right around the $300 price point for the pair. Install, according to the site guy, is going to get a solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. Take about 30 minutes or so to complete from start to finish. Alright, so personally, I'm a big fan of these lights because you're going to combine that retro OE or factory look, but with some modern flair in regards to those halos. Now let's be honest guys, I think part of the early S197 charm were the OG throwback headlights that really helped nail the retro look of some of those 60s Mustangs. Now, if that's not important to you and you maybe prefer to go with something a little bit more modern altogether, well then you should definitely check out some of our other options here at AM that will certainly help deliver that look instead. But if you prefer more of that factory old school look, then let's talk about these guys a little bit more. And as you guys can see, first glance they do look extremely similar to that of your factory light. Durable black ABS housing, the chrome reflector style headlight right in that factory location. However, it's what surrounds the factory style headlight that really does separate these from your stock lights, and that of course is the addition of the CCFL Halo accents that do illuminate with a nice bright white light whenever your headlights or your parking lights have been switched on. Now the headlights do come equipped with brand new H13 dual element bulbs, and they have been given both the DOT and SAE stamp of approval, which does make them legal for use in all 50 states. Now again, these lights do have an overwhelming number of positive reviews here on the site, near perfect rating with a ton of customer submitted images. So feel free to check some of those out to get a better look at what these headlights might look like by themselves, or paired up with a matching set of halo fogs, which is also a very popular move. But now we want to segue into the install and give you a better idea of just how to get everything in place on your S197 at home. So without further ado, check out our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown now.
Tools used for this installation: 3/8 electric impact gun, 10mm socket, Phillips driver, 1/4 to 3/8 adapter, 5.5mm socket, 1/4 drive ratchet, clip removal tool, and crimper and stripper. So now we have our hood open. We're going to remove the top rad cover here. It's just 6 push clips. I'm going to take my clip removal tool, pop them up. Now that we got our 6 push clips removed, you're just going to lift up on the rad support cover here, and that comes right off. Now we'll start removing our 2 10mm bolts up top that hold the upper part of our bumper on. I'm going to take my 10mm, remove my upper bolt on this side, and then I'll go over to the passenger side and repeat the same procedure. Now that we have our 2 upper 10mm bolts out, we're going to remove our 3 Phillips heads. There's one here, one down here. That'll give us access to move our wheel well out of the way. There's 2 10mm nuts that are up inside here, tucked up in, that we're going to have to get to, and then unplug our turn signal. So I'm going to start by removing our 3 Phillips heads. Now that we got those 3 out, we can kind of give a little bit of a snug pull here. Pull our wheel well out of the way, like so. And you got 2 10mm up here that we have to take out. And then we're gonna go inside here, and with a turn, you're gonna turn your turn signal light. And I would just remove that from here. Now we'll get our 10mm, go up and get our 2 nuts off, and then there's 3 5mm 5.5 millimeters underneath the front that we have to remove, and then we'll repeat this same procedure on the other side. Now that we got our 3 Phillips head screws out and we removed our turn signal wiring harness from our turn signal, I'm gonna get inside here. We got 2 10 millimeters. One's right up inside this corner here. One, and you got one a little bit farther back, a little bit trickier to get to. Okay, now that we got our 2 10 millimeters off there, that's gonna let the bumper come down. Now what we're going to do is go into the front. There's 3 5.5 millimeters up front. We're gonna remove them, get the bottom shield off, and what you're gonna wanna do is repeat the same procedure on the other side. Remove your 3 Phillips heads and take your 2 10 millimeters out, and then we'll slowly start removing the front bumper. So there's actually 4 5.5 millimeter bolts that we'll be removing under here, not 3. So you're gonna start with any of them. I'm gonna start over on the passenger side, start removing them. Now these 4 5 millimeters are all that holds the bottom of the grill to the splash guard underneath. Once these are removed, then we'll go back up to the top, unplug our driving lights, and we'll be able to pull our bumper off. So now that we have all our Phillips heads removed, the 2 10 millimeters, these 2 10, and the 4 5 millimeters underneath, the bumper is ready to come off. The grill and everything comes off in one piece. You pretty much just lift up. And once you get it down to this level, what we're going to do now is remove the connections for the headlights up top, and then the grill will all come right off. So our plug just twists like that, comes right out. Do the same on the other side. I'm just gonna let it hang down. Just let it hang like that. We're gonna just lift up on your grill, and now that gives us access to remove the headlights. With our bumper removed, now we can remove our headlight. There's 3 10 millimeters that hold it, 2 down here, 1 up top. I'm gonna start with the bottom ones first. Now that we have our 2 10 millimeters on the bottom removed, we're gonna remove our top 10 millimeter. That's gonna let our headlight come out. We're gonna drop it down. We're going to give the headlight plug a twist, turn, comes out, very gently sit it in the back there. Now our headlight's removed. Now you're gonna wanna repeat this same procedure to the other side. Now that we got our old headlights removed, we're gonna move on to our halo headlights. When you buy this kit, you're gonna see that the new headlights come with a red and a black wire. These wires are going to get plugged into your existing driving light harness on each side. They do not come with the spade connectors, which I'm going to show you how to install. We're going to install the spade connectors, then go over to our harness, plug these in, and we'll be able to start installing our new headlight. So now I'm going to take my crimper and stripper tool. I'm going to remove a little bit more of the covering on the wire. I'm going to give it a couple twists. You want to get it so the wire is pretty tight. I like to fold these smaller wires back like that, then insert them into our connector. You'll see how it comes out the other side. That way you know that it went all the way through. On the crimping tool, you're going to see the little crimping things with the 3 different colors. This is the red one, so we're going to stick that in there. Give it a good crimp. And now we'll repeat that same procedure to the black wire, and then we'll be ready to install our headlight. So now that we have our spade connectors on our headlight, we're going to come back over to the car. We're going to remove the old headlight from its connector, pretty much like that. Our new headlights have a brand new bulb in them. And we're going to tap into the driving light harness. Our vehicle's already tapped in. We already have the other spade connectors hooked up to the connector. I'm going to plug these in. Now that I have them in place, I'm going to take the headlight, plug our new connector in, like that. Now, the Halo light harness here has a 3M adhesive tape on. You're going to be able to remove this. We'll end up hooking it up and just sticking it in fast in here so that it's out of the way. And then we'll be able to start now reinstalling our new headlight. So now that I have the headlight in place, I'm going to start by reinstalling our upper 10mm bolt to hold it in place. And now we'll go on the bottom and reinstall our two 10mm on the bottom. So now we're going to install our lower bolts. We'll take our 10mm socket, tighten our bottom two up, we'll tighten our top one up, now the headlight's installed. You're going to repeat the same procedure on the other side of the vehicle. That wraps up our review and install of our CCFL Halo headlights, black housing with clear lens for 05 to 09 Mustangs with halogen headlights. Thanks for watching, and for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.